as I'm just riding along, minding my own business. Check it out. What are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Okay, we have the lamest friends and group ever. So we have a Salt Lake group called the Moonlight Riders. Essentially, we do night rides and organized group rides. Carly here and I set up the group on Facebook. We have like 80-something members and a bunch of people RSVP, including mostly friends. Everyone swears they're coming. They're so excited. No one's come to the last two. So it's just us two. So I think we're gonna wing it and do whatever we want tonight. But it's okay, because we're dressed up and we're gonna have a blast. Oh. Woo. No, do it. Do that. Just out here on my beautiful fall ride. I'm at Liberty Park in Salt Lake City, and they have a bike course that goes around this park. It's about 1.5 miles long, and there is a group of skateboarders that are throwing rocks and pine cones and leaves at me. I don't know if they're doing it to other pedestrians, but and they're right in front of cars and such, doing this little barricade, like grinding a little barricade in the middle of the road. So anyway, I used to, you know, be a BMX biker. I know what it's like to want to like go ride a cool feature in the middle of the road, but they're being mega dicks and I almost fell off my bike. So anyway, I called the cops. I didn't want to be the dick grown up, but that's what I'm being. So I called them after they did it a few times, and I'm waiting for police to show up. So I'm kind of just sitting here watching because I'm curious. Alright, check it out. These are going to be the new aero bars. Nice and aerodynamic. Of course, there's no drops in here, so I'm not ready to put these on yet, but the brake levers will go in here. And here are the armrests. One will sit on either side. This is where the shift levers will eventually go. But I'm going to try to make a little bit more mellow swap between the two. So I'm going to keep using the bars I have on the bike now, the road bars. I'm just gonna mount these guys on here so I can practice with aero bars as well. And yeah, these are really lightweight, nice carbon fiber to the length of my forearms. I'm really excited. Awesome. So the drama continues, and we have some additional things to talk about. The studio is not going up today like I was hoping. We have a pretty severe water leak in the space. So anyway, we're at IKEA instead. Now we're looking for furniture for the house. IKEA. So that's what we got going on. Because of a laundry list of different things that happened, I am now turning my kitchen into my studio, which happens to also be my wife's studio. So we have two studios. This isn't a studio apartment, but I kind of feel like it is really a studio apartment. It's awesome. Anyway, this is gonna work out just fine. We're gonna make it work here, and that means I can just roll out of bed, come into the other room, boop, 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 work on music. So anyway, as long as this little lady can put up with all of my repeated noises and listening to a song on end over and over for a few hours, then I think I have a good studio partner. Excited. And look who I just unpacked. Oh, that's my baby. That is, I love her so much. I love her so much. I'm on to the cabling stage, and oh my God, I've entered the freeway. What should I do? Honestly, nice day. Wow, beautiful day.
It's a little cloudy outside, kind of nippy. I'm headed up what I believe is called Mill Creek Canyon on the bicycle right now, taking a break from the studio build. Today's hill climbing in sprints. So that's what I'm getting. Check back in with you at the top.
I know I'm lucky enough to have a wife that really loves me because she's letting me ruin the walls, and I'm starting to put up the acoustic foam and bass traps around the house. So I still have quite a few panels left to put up. And our living room, studios, kitchen are also going to be acoustically treated. So goofy house, and my wife loves me. Thank you, Carly. Super exciting, got a couple new packages. It's the Waves NX Bluetooth head tracker device. It's gonna revolutionize the way you do headphone mixing, mastering, producing, all that stuff. I'm super excited. Super excited.
Feels like home to me when I'm by your side. Feels like home to me when you let me inside.
Woo, super stoked. We just found out that there is a rock climbing wall, gym, yoga, all that stuff, like a block and a half away from the house. So this is just like one of the rooms, 70-foot walls, super big and awesome. We used to be members at another gym, but I am super excited to try this out. So.
Modulation, distortion, and where the different types of material the AES and everybody else liaise with, their recommendation is
just finished the hour challenge. I kicked my butt. I'm refueling really fast with these Gatorade things. Just spending 30 seconds a minute off the bike. I'm gonna get going again. Woo.
Just got a haircut and you know I look fresh. I look fresh, look fresh, look fresh, look fresh, go fresh. I look so fucking fresh! Something you may have noticed is my little bridge here, or mouthpiece or whatever that I have fake teeth mounted on that I only wear sometimes. I just lost a tooth off of it. I didn't lose a tooth, I have it in my pocket, but it just popped off while I was riding. So I've had this thing for years, to tell you the truth. And after breaking it off, eating some really hard crusted pizza in Spain, since then it's popped off quite easily when I've been eating in the past. So that's why I don't wear it very often. And given that it just popped off without even having to eat, I think it's almost time to junk it. I'm not going to spend the money on another bridge, that's for sure. And I haven't brought myself to spending the money on implants because there's always something I'd rather spend my money on. Bicycle stuff, music equipment, vacations, whatever. So I think I might bring myself to doing some more research and seeing if I can't get actual implants. But I don't know, it doesn't bother me that much not having them in. And the toothlessness is kind of like my redneck trademark, so I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, all right. So I just got done with a 64-mile ride, or just over 64. And I'm pretty spent, I'm pooped. I ate quite a bit of calories, did somewhat carb loading yesterday to prepare for a longer ride today. And then I ate a banana for breakfast, a small cup of coffee before I took off to get a little caffeine, help bowel movements, all that fun stuff. And then I did these guys, so the GU brand gels. They're 100 calories a piece, so they're not replacing that many calories, but it is giving me, a decent amount of carbs, like 22 grams of carbs, and 60 milligrams of sodium, because you have to replace that salt that you sweat out. So anyway, I got 3 different types. I got vanilla bean, I got strawberry banana, and salted caramel. Salted caramel is really nasty, by the way. Anyway, they're really thick, and I did not enjoy them that much. I did, however, after I took them, the first one I took was about an hour and 20 minutes into my ride, and the other ones I spaced out by another 35 minutes for the other two. And maybe about 5 minutes after I took one, or each one, there was like a noticeable difference in energy. It just felt like, you know, I had a little bit of extra in the tank that was given to me. So yeah, it only took maybe 5 minutes or so to hit me for my body to start metabolizing it, which is nice. But I have a couple other brands that I purchased that I'm going to try exclusively out on rides. I'm going to try to space them out the exact same and just see which ones work best with me. These ones don't upset my stomach, so that's good to know. On top of that, cadence. Big thing today was cadence. I focused on it a bit the last week or so, and I've heard, you know, some contradicting things. You know, some people say you should just go the cadence that's most comfortable for you, that feels natural, which I totally understand. Others say you need to practice high cadence. You know, like a lot of these sprinters, hill climbers, people like Chris Froome hold really high cadences, anywhere from, you know, a minimum of 90 up to 110. Of course, they go over that, but that's just where they sit at these cadences for almost the entire race. So I focused on it, and during the 64 miles or whatever today, I averaged 87 RPM cadence. So a little under that target of, you know, minimum 90. But that included hill climbs and such. I found out that when I was just on flat ground or, you know, downhill, then I would sit 95 was most comfortable. Once I got up to about 100 RPM, because I have, you know, a bit of upper body weight still to lose, another 20 pounds or so, and I don't have quite the core strength that is needed. You need a bit of core strength for cycling, believe it or not. But once I get to about 100 RPM, I can't maintain that for more than a few seconds without starting to get a little bit of a bounce. And then, of course, I can spin up to, you know, 115 or 120 even, but it's really bouncy, and unless I'm off the pedals doing a sprint, it's just not plausible yet at this point. So 95 was comfortable for flat ground. I did that 87, so I'm happy with that, because I was averaging, you know, the mid 70s, you know, just a month ago, or just over a month ago. So yeah, focusing on it, it's slowly raising. I'm getting more comfortable at higher RPMs, and that's what I think helped me a lot when I did the Century ride. I realized that I had to maintain a higher cadence, and I feel less fatigue, I think, when you're doing the higher cadence, or maybe you're just focusing on the speed, so it doesn't give you as much time to feel the fatigue in your legs. But staying in a low gear or a high gear and just powering through the gears or up hills or whatever is quite tough, and I burn out a lot faster that way.
For those of you who know me, Carly, you specifically, you know how scared I am of scorpions.
Wow, I just experienced a nice fun fall. It's been a long time, but I thought I needed a little bit of road rash, so I got some. I broke the helmet, so it's time for a new helmet. I don't think I broke my finger, but it's pretty messed up. Anyway, I found out my limits on how far over I could lean while I'm pedaling to try to power through a corner. So I took a good fall, and I got some blackened eyesight. I couldn't see. So I did a quick call to Carly. She's my hero, and came out and rescued me before, you know, I passed out or something. But anyway, it looks like I might need some new bars. I need a new helmet, maybe something else, hopefully nothing else. But bummer, sometimes falls happen. Whoa! Just finished a brand new track, wrote it, arranged it, mixed and mastered it in 4 hours, 12 minutes. That ain't bad. Take a little look-see.
today with another awesome day. The weather is fantastic, and that's why we're t-shirts, and in my case, shorts. On a four-wheeler, probably not smartest, but it's okay. Anyway, good friends, good family. We're gonna camp out tonight. Excited!